For many professionals, mornings have become chaotic, rushed, and reactionary. Emails before breakfast, notifications before reflection, and by the time the day really begins, you're already running behind, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Welcome back to another episode of Mindset Shift. Today, we're diving into something that might just change how you experience every single day, your mornings, because how you start your day often determines how you live it, and how you live your days ultimately shapes your life. For many professionals, mornings have become chaotic, rushed, and reactionary. Emails before breakfast, notifications before reflection, and by the time the day really begins, you're already running behind, mentally, emotionally, and physically. But it doesn't have to be that way. You can design your mornings to serve you, not drain you, to fuel your focus, not fight for it. So, let's talk about how to create a high productivity morning routine, one that's realistic, energizing, and aligned with who you are. 1. Redefining what productivity means. Before we talk about routines, let's clear up one common misconception. A productive morning isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters most. Many people mistake activity for progress. They fill their mornings with tasks, but none of those tasks actually move them closer to the life or results they want. True productivity begins with clarity. So before you even wake up earlier, ask yourself, what does a successful morning actually look like for me? Maybe it's calm and grounded, maybe it's energetic and goal-driven, maybe it's creative and reflective. There's no one-size-fits-all. A productive morning should feel like a launch pad, not a race. 2. The power of intention, setting the tone before sunrise. Let's talk about intention. Your morning begins the night before. If you end your day in chaos, scrolling endlessly, falling asleep to unfinished thoughts, your mind doesn't reset. So start by creating closure at night. Write down the top 3 things you want to focus on tomorrow. Set your clothes aside. Put your phone out of reach. That's not just organization. It's mental space. When you wake up, your mind doesn't need to decide what to do. It already knows. That's the first secret of a productive morning. Eliminate decision fatigue. Every choice you remove in the morning gives you energy to focus on bigger, more meaningful ones later. 3. The first 5 minutes. The mind reset. The moment you wake up, your brain transitions from rest to readiness. And how you use that window determines your focus for the next several hours. Before touching your phone, do this instead. Sit up. Take 3 slow, intentional breaths. Whisper to yourself one empowering thought, something like, today I choose calm and clarity. That's it. It doesn't have to be dramatic. The goal is to tell your brain, I am in charge of how today begins. This 5-minute reset builds mental sovereignty, the ability to choose your response to life instead of reacting to it. 4. The 3-part morning formula. Move, reflect, focus. A high productivity morning has 3 layers. Let's call it move, reflect, focus. Move your body sets the rhythm for your mind. You don't need a 60-minute workout. Just move, stretch, walk, breathe deeply. Even 5 minutes of motion signals your brain to release energy-boosting chemicals, dopamine and endorphins, that fight fatigue and stress. Action creates activation. Reflect before jumping into the day's demands. Spend a few minutes with yourself. Journal, meditate, read something inspiring. Ask questions like, what do I want to bring to today? What do I need to let go of? Reflection builds self-awareness, and self-awareness builds direction. Without it, we drift. With it, we lead. Focus. Finally, bring your attention to what matters most. Write down your top 3 priorities, the tasks that, if done, would make today feel meaningful and complete. Everything else is optional. These 3 are essential because productivity isn't about completing a long to-do list. It's about honoring the right list. 5. The power of the first hour. Think of the first hour of your day as sacred. How you use it tells your brain what kind of day you're creating. If you fill it with noise, you teach your brain to chase chaos. If you fill it with focus, you teach it calm control. So protect that first hour. No unnecessary scrolling, no immediate emails, no reacting to the world before you've connected with yourself. Even if you only have 20 minutes, own those 20 minutes completely. You'll be amazed how grounded and confident the rest of the day feels when it starts with you. 6. Simplify. Don't overload your routine. One of the biggest reasons people abandon their morning routines is that they make them too complicated. They try to meditate, journal, exercise, read, write affirmations, plan, and learn a new skill. All before 7 a.m. That's not productivity, that's pressure. Instead, build your routine around your natural rhythm. Ask, what energizes me in the morning? What grounds me? What drains me? Start small, add slowly. You're designing a lifestyle, not performing a ritual. 7. Practical framework, the 10-10-10 method. If you don't know where to start, try this. 10 minutes of movement, 10 minutes of reflection, 10 minutes of focus. That's 30 minutes that change your entire day. You'll feel physically awake, mentally centered, and professionally ready. The secret isn't the length, it's the consistency. Show up for 10 minutes every day and your mornings will transform. Show up for 30 and your life will. 8. Mindset shift, from routine to ritual. Now here's something deeper. Your morning routine isn't just a list of habits. It's a daily declaration of identity. Every action says something about who you're becoming. When you wake early, move intentionally, and reflect consciously, you're telling yourself, I value growth. I'm worth this time. I'm in charge of my energy. That's how thriving professionals operate. Not from chaos, but from clarity. Not from urgency, but from alignment. Your morning becomes a reflection of your mindset. 9. When you fall off, start small again. Let's be honest. Some mornings will fall apart. You'll sleep in, skip journaling, rush to meetings, or forget your priorities. That's okay. That's part of being human. The key is not perfection. The key is returning. Tomorrow morning is another chance. Even if you can only do 1 minute of stillness or 1 note of gratitude, do that. Consistency isn't about never missing. It's about always coming back. 10. Closing thought. Your morning is your foundation. If your life feels scattered, start with your mornings. If your motivation feels weak, start with your mornings. If your focus feels lost, start with your mornings. Because every day gives you the opportunity to begin again. Not just at the year's end or on a Monday morning, but every sunrise. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need to decide that today matters enough to begin with intention. So tomorrow morning, before you grab your phone, before you rush into the world, pause, take 1 deep breath, decide who you want to be today, and build your morning around that choice. That's how you shift from chaos to clarity. That's how you shift from surviving your days to designing them. If this episode helped you, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need this reminder today. You never know. Your small act might be the spark that helps someone else build a better tomorrow.